Hey guys, I am back with some more homeschool curriculum picks for you. This time I am showing you what I am using for first grade with my two middle girls, Josianah and Kavannah. So let's jump into it. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome. I'm so glad that you have stopped over. I'm Katie, I'm adding up Addingtons, and I'm a mom of 8. And I homeschool those 8 kids, and so I have been doing a series going through all of our curriculum choices for the 2021-2022 school year. So if you missed my 5th grade or 3rd grade videos, I will have those linked down below. Be sure to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to continue to share with you, and we love to encourage you. Alright, so first of all, we are going to be using Sonlight's History Bible Literature Level A. This is Introduction to World Cultures. Now this is an older version of their HBLA, so if you are looking on their website, it is not going to be exactly the same thing that you are seeing here, but I already own this one, and this is what my boys did beforehand, so we're gonna just keep using what we have. So Intro to World Cultures. All right, so for history, I'm actually missing a few of the history books because my kids keep taking them to read them, but so a couple of the spine type books that we are going to be using is the Usborne book of Wild Places. This talks about different sorts of this talks about different areas of the world and what the weather and the terrain and the cultures and stuff like there are like. The internet linked children's encyclopedia. This will be for both the history section and some science as well. This just has a whole lot of cool stuff in it about lots of different places around the world and in various points in time. So some of this will be historical world cultures, and some of it will be modern world cultures, sort of across a broad spectrum as an introduction. And then to go along with that, we have The Return of the White Book and The Good News Must Go Out. These are true missionary stories, just about people sharing the good news of Jesus in lots of different cultures. And then we have Out of Darkness. This is the biography of Louis Braille. So this one is a lot of fun to go through. We also have a book about ancient Greece that I cannot find, and then the Usborne book of Living Long Ago. And those are actually out in the car because my boys have been reading them every time we go run errands. So again, just sort of a broad introduction to different sorts of time periods in different places across the world. It's a very brief overview, but it's a lot of fun. It's really just to sort of like whet their appetites for further history study, which we dive much deeper into as they get older in Sonlight. Now for Bible, again, history, Bible, and literature are all together. They're all sort of intertwined and work together. Obviously, mission stories help teach things that are true about God, not just history and world cultures. But the primary Bible curriculum in Level A is this, the Egermeyer's Bible Storybook. This is a very, very detailed, in-depth, chronological telling through the biblical narrative, but in children's language. I am always very impressed by the detail in this book, so we will be going through this. And then Sing the Word. This is actually still wrapped because I usually use the downloaded version, but this is Sing the Word A to Z. So these are Bible verses starting with the letters of the alphabet that they can memorize. All right, and then the literature portion, we have, of course, a great big stack of read-alouds, as with all levels in Sonlight curriculum. This is sort of a mix of just classic literature, Winnie the Pooh, as well as different cultures. This is about early Appalachian settlements and the nurses on horseback that would help. So just sort of a mix. There's some poetry in here. And so it kind of does the same thing where it just sort of hits a broad spectrum. Some of it is just classic literature, some of it is related to history, but it's just sort of a well-rounded take on things. All right, now for language arts, we are using, again, this is an older version, but we are using Sonlight Language Arts Level 1 along with the first grade readers. Now, I would have bought this with my Level A as an all subjects package from Sonlight back when the boys were younger, so these are an older version. They may be different if you are looking online now, but I'm going to use what I have. Alright, so the language arts, we will use Sonlight's copywork passages and grammar lessons, as well as all of these readers. So we will start with the I Can Read It books, where they're really starting with sort of the consonant, vowel, consonant words that they have ended kindergarten with, and then progressing on through there, adding sight words, adding more complex phonics patterns and things like that. And then once they get through, there's 3 of these I Can Read books. And then moving on to some other things, we've got Little Bear, I've got lots of Dr. Seuss,
and Cat in the House.
Lots of fun things. So it's fun at this level. It's really fun when they can like read some of their very favorites. Green Eggs and Ham. The supplement with language arts, we are going to be using Explode the Code, books 1, 2, and 3 for both Kavannah and JoJo. These are scheduled as an optional resource in the language arts instructor's guide, and they have really been beneficial for my boys. So we're just, it's not broke, don't fix it. We're gonna keep going. And same thing with Handwriting Without Tears. This is the first grade My Printing book. So we're going to continue working on both of the girls. Actually have pretty good handwriting. So we are just going to continue perfecting that and practicing and getting those good habits and skills in place. All right, science. Again, this is an older version of Science Level A, but I have it. We're going to use it. So this is biology, botany, and physics. A lot of these things will actually probably overlap with the boys doing biology, taxonomy, and human anatomy. So this is just sort of a fun, broad overview of like animals and their life cycles, and plants and their life cycles, and how just how different forces in the universe work. A whole lot of fun. It, of course, comes with a big old stack of books. There's the Usborne Book of Science Activities. This is actually Volume 2. We come back to Volume 1 in another level, and the boys have Volume 3 currently. So it's a gift that keeps on giving. There's a bunch of these Usborne beginners, flowers, weather, underwater, caterpillars, eggs, tadpoles, all the things, all the fun things. And then, as always, there is a scientist biography in the science level. This one, along with our physics, we have Sir Isaac Newton. Coming in for the home stretch here, math. We use Singapore math. I picked one when Gavrel was going into kindergarten, and it has been working really well for us. So again, it's not broke, don't fix it. So we are using Singapore Math Level 1. I already own the teacher's guide, the textbooks, and the manipulatives, so we got new workbooks for both of the girls, but we are going to be doing Primary Mathematics Level 1 from Singapore Math, and this is the US edition of Singapore Math. So we've just been really happy with this program. I find that my boys, as they continue through older levels, they understand not just the numbers and what they're doing and how to do the problem, but they understand what they mean. They're able to apply full sentences and units and understand what the number that they get at the end means. So I've been really impressed with that as far as Singapore Math goes. So keep on keeping on. Finally, for foreign language this year, I have kind of taken a very laid-back approach to foreign language in the past, and I recently discovered Talkbox Mom. Now, this their program does revolve around a subscription box, which I discovered after I made my homeschool budget for the year. So I have not been able to try the full subscription box yet, but I did order their resource, Use German at Home. So the book combined with the app when you make a purchase has been a lot of fun, and I've been really impressed with the premise. So we are going to start with what we have and hopefully be able to work up to ordering the subscription box. But again, we're going to work with what we have. All right, that is what we are using for first grade for Josianah and Kavannah. Please let me know if you have any other questions about our curriculum or our homeschool or why we do what we do the way we do it. As always, I will leave my Sonlight referral code in the description box down below. I try to always make that available for you guys. None of this is sponsored. We paid all of our own money for everything that I have just showed you. But they give those referral codes to anybody who orders from Sonlight. And if you use that, you will get $5 off of your first $50 order. So I will leave that down below. And then Talkbox Mom has a very similar program where everybody gets a referral code and you get, I believe it's $15 off your first box with the book. Don't hold me to that, but I believe that's what it is. So I will leave that code in the description box as well. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Bye!